What up, y'all? Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day that you are listening to this episode. Thank you. Thank you for listening in. If you are a new listener, welcome. I'm very happy to have you all here, and I hope that you enjoy Chiquis and Chill. So today I want to talk about something you've probably heard of. Do nice guys finish last? Do they really finish last? Well, let's get into this episode of Chiquis and Chill, your favorite podcast. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to make this short and to the point. Very precise, very, very demure, very mindful. I'm sure you guys have all seen that on Instagram. It's like my favorite word right now. But anyways, the other day, and I'm not going to say who, but the other day I was having a conversation. And this particular person who I am very fond of, who I have always loved with the way that they carry themselves and the way that they are very ethical in their work, said, I'm just tired. I'm fucking tired of being the nice guy and people taking advantage and I'm just fucking tired of it. I'm done. I'm not going to be nice anymore. Like, I'm going to be an asshole. It almost seemed forced. I'm like, this isn't who you are. Like, you are genuinely a nice person. And sometimes it takes us a little longer to get to the finish line. It really made me sad because I saw a difference and it was happening right before my eyes. And I just like, what is happening? Like, there's a different energy about this person. And it was confirmation. And I remember telling this person, I'm like, don't ever get tired of being nice. Trust me, I have the moments actually where I'm like, I'm just so sick of it. People take my kindness for weakness. And they do. A lot of people do. But I don't want to change my essence because I know at the end of the day, guys, it will take you further than you know. Yes, it might take you a little longer than people that push people out of the way. Imagine us running, right? On a track, okay? And we're all running to the finish line, okay? Just imagine. Come with me, okay? And we're running, and there's people that are pushing you out of the way and tripping you, and because they want to make it to the finish line before you. But then you turn around and someone you may not even know, but they fell and they're struggling to get back up. Are you going to say F that person and keep going because you want to get to the finish line? Or are you going to go back and say, you know what? Let me help that person. Let me help them just get back up and help them get to the finish line. Even if I don't make it, but at least I wasn't that other person tripping people and pushing people and all these nasty things that happen in life just to get to the finish line. I'd much rather be a person to help others, to be there for them. I'm just that person that can never leave a soldier behind. That's just my mentality of I'm here for the people. I'm not here for myself. And there's a lot of people that are like that. I'm not one of them. And I suggest that you aren't either, because it's kind of like that whole mentality of every man for themselves. I truly and in my heart don't believe that. I feel like if the more united we are, the stronger we stand. If we give up on the world because the world is just a lost cause and blah, 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 it's never going to get better. If you want to see a change in the world, it has to start with you. Yes. But also, how can I help? Even if it's a little bit. This is why I talk about recycling and all this stuff, because even if I do it in my household, it's helping. Imagine if I give up and I'm just, adding to the problem. It's better for us to say, I'm going to do what I can and help others for the better good of everyone. So that's kind of what I mean. And it made me really sad when this person told me that, because I really, really love this person. And I really enjoyed being around them more when they were nice. When they were not being a-holes and very confrontational and just trying to, hey, this is my voice. I'm going to show you that I'm here and that I'm not going to let you fuck with me. And I'm just it's kind of not cool energy to be around. And the more and more that I saw that, the less and less that I wanted to be around that person. And it just made me want to talk about this, and just more than anything, to encourage you guys to continue to be nice. Don't get tired of being nice and doing good in the world. It will pay off. I promise you it will pay. I guarantee it. It will pay off. Don't give up. It's not that the nice guy finishes last. It just takes a little longer because there's a lot of assholes in the world that just think about themselves and want for themselves, me. And they get there a lot faster, but then what? You're alone. No one wants to be around you. You're a pest. I can't with opportunists, with leeches. That's a whole other episode, guys. But like, don't get tired of being a nice person, of doing good. It feels better. Life is watching. The universe is listening. One way or the other, you will get compensated. I promise you. It's always better to kill people with kindness, genuine kindness, than to kill them with effed up actions and doing things that yes, will get you bigger and better opportunities, but you're screwing people over. Like, it's just, I don't know. I hope I'm making sense, but I just wanted to encourage you guys, as I had this in my heart, to continue to do good in the world, to do your part, to do what you can, to, yes, think of yourself, but always think of others as well and keep them in mind. And always remember, united we stand, divided we fall. And that's just the freaking truth. No matter how you look at it, that is what it is, guys. And even in relationships, I'm telling you, I have been very tough in loving relationships with partners. And finally, when I put the gloves down, when I let my guards down, things got so much better. It's so exhausting to be on defense mode, because in every other area of my life, I have no problem with implementing all of this that I'm telling you. It had just been in relationships because of what I grew up seeing, because of situations that I put myself in, or whatever the case may be. So I always felt like I had to have, my gloves up in the air, like ready to fight, and I was like, no, I'm going to leave you before you leave me. Or yeah, you want to be mean, I'm going to be meaner. No, it's so fucking tiring. Like, I'm just like, no, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try until trying is no longer an option. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to love you the way I want to love you, the way I hope that you love me. And if you don't appreciate it and you take me for granted, then I'll walk away. It took me a long time to understand that. And it feels so damn good to say, you know what? I'm going to love the shit out of you. I'm going to treat you good, even if you're not doing it, because I'm going to do my part. And if you lose me, then you're going to miss me. That's on you. And once I did that, girl, I'm happy. I'm like, woo. It feels good to be nice. It feels good to do good. It just feels fucking good. It just feels great. I don't know how to explain it. Like, yes, I want to smile. And even if you're mean, like, even when, dude, road rage, that's a whole other thing. I swear to you, someone cuts me off, I'm like, I'm not even going to fight with you. I'm not going to honk. I'm not going to flip you off. I swear, I'm like, let them talk shit, whatever the case may be. I just blow them a kiss. I'm like, you know what? No, it takes too much energy to be mean. Too much fucking energy to be mean. Why? No, like, no. Life is hard. And I want to I'm here for a good time, and I'm going to be nice. And that's it. And I don't care even if people are mean to me. I'm going to defend myself. I'm not going to be dumb, but I'm not going to, like, how they say an eye for an eye. Who said this? I think Gandhi said this. If we do an eye for an eye, the whole world is going to be blind. I think that's the quote. Don't quote me, but look it up. I'm not that type of person. Don't be that type of person of like, okay, you do this to me, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it worse. No. Why? Let God take care of them. You do your part. You be good. Love the world. Radiate love. Radiate light. And I promise you, it will pay off. Guaranteed. It will pay off. Do not have that mentality of the nice guy ends last. It's not true. We end stronger. We end whole. We end victorious. And I've seen it in my life. Trust me. I don't know if you guys believe in karma. I definitely believe in good karma, bad karma. I believe in the yin and the yang. I believe in what you give comes back. I believe in paying forward. I do. I believe in treating people the way I want to be treated. I really do. I feel like the more positive energy you put out in the world, the more good you put out in the world, the more you will receive. I'm not saying that because you keep pouring out good, you're not going to get bad situations. You're not going to get mean people in your way. That's just life. Those are called obstacles. Those are things that we can't prevent. Those things are going to happen. But if you keep giving good and you keep paying it forward and you keep doing good and you don't give up and you have faith in the universe and whatever it is you have faith in God, you will receive good. It's just a circle. It's how it works. It's energetic. We are energy. The entire world is made up of energy. So even if you feel like, oh my God, I've been trying and life is just kicking me in the ass, like, don't lose hope. Do not lose faith. You will come out on top. Keep your eye on the light at the end of the tunnel. And I know I say that a lot, but I really, really see my life like that sometimes. Sometimes I'm in a dark ass place, you guys. And honestly, I thought, okay, it's fine. I really thought 2024 was going to be different for me. I thought, oh shit, things are just settling. The dust is settling. Like, been through so much. I look back and I'm like, damn, it's been a lot, but I feel like everything's going to be all right. And just when I think that, life teaches me something else. And I'm like, damn. And I have those dark moments where I'm just like, oh my God, everything is caving in. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't know. And I'm like, okay, the light looks smaller and further away, but I don't lose my faith. I'm like, it's okay. I've been through these moments. I've seen stuff like this. I have felt this before. I know that I will get out of this. This too shall pass. It will get better. I have put in more good in the world. God knows that I live my best with trying to help, with being a good person. I'm not trying to F anyone over. I feel so proud, guys, to say that there is no one that has said I have fucked them over. And if I did and I've made mistakes, I will apologize and I admit to it. Because, no one's perfect. But for someone to say that I stole from them, that I did anything negative to try to stop their career or stop them from becoming, like, never. Because I'm like, there is a God and I want good karma. So I do believe in karma, guys. And I know we keep saying about, men and guys, do they finish last? I mean that is men and women, but let me talk about women. Now that we're here, as a woman in my industry that's mainly dominated by men, and even in corporate America, you guys, it's ran by the man. And, I'm not a feminist, just a little. But anyways, I'm a woman and I'm a strong woman. I have a strong character. I consider myself to be a person that is very strong and very strong-willed and vocal when need be in a very respectful way. I have ran into other women that because they are in a man's world, quote unquote, they feel the need to put forward this very hard shell because they want to be taken seriously. And I just feel that there's nothing more beautiful than a woman that can still be tender and still be very strong in her position without being disrespectful. There's a very fine line because yes, we want to be taken seriously, especially because for me, in the beginning of my career, I felt like I needed to be this tough, strong type of woman on stage and in my interviews. And I'm just like, dude, it got exhausting. I'm like, that's not really who I am. If that's really who you are, then so be it. But I'm saying, if it's not really who you are, don't put up a front. Because I felt like I needed that because I wanted people to be like, no, I'm tough. And my mom was tough. And I wanted to be, I guess, respected. But I don't think I was doing it in the right way. I wasn't disrespectful, but it wasn't really who I genuinely am. It's not my real authentic self. So I had to find the balance of just being a nice, respectful, cordial woman, but still holding my ground and holding my own and being very direct, but always respectful, and mindful and demure. So I think that there's a fine line. And I think that us as women, my only advice is to always have a tender heart because it is tougher. I feel like the world can be tougher on women. I believe it. But it's important to always keep our essence and keep our heart soft and our shell hard. Just, hold our own and find that balance between being too nice and being naive and gullible, because I've been there as well, and finding our voice, but also always being respectful and cordial and not having to overcompensate because of the position that we're in, to prove something to a man. So I hope that made sense, but I do think that it is very important to always be a lady, be a strong woman with our head held high in a world that men feel that they run. But in reality, guys, if it wasn't for women, there would be no life. There is life and there are men on this earth because of women, whether they want to admit it or not. And in that, there's a lot of strength. But again, don't feel like you're better than anyone else. You know what I mean? Anywho, I just wanted to clear that up because I know we keep thinking about, talking about guys. It's a person. Does a nice person end last is basically what I'm talking about. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope that you understood me with all the things that I talked about. And it was short and quick and to the point, the way we like it. Boom, boom, boom. I hope something resonated with you. And all I want to do in this world is help and better people's lives for all of us to become the better versions of ourselves and who we are meant to be. So I hope I'm doing that. So thank you so much for listening. I really, really appreciate you. I can't even tell you how excited and how great it feels when I see you guys on the streets, at a restaurant, or when I see you out in the world, in the real world, or I see you guys at my meet and greets and you tell me, I listen to your podcast. Thank you so much, Chiquis. Like, I love it. Like, makes me feel so good. I feel like I'm doing good in the world. And that's all I want to do. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm never going to get tired of saying thank you. I love you guys, and I will see you here on the next episode of Chiquis and Chill. Oh, and don't forget, Dear Chiquis on Wednesdays. Love you. Peace out. Do you need advice on love, relationships, health, y más? I'm so excited to share with you that my Chiquis and Chill podcast will have an extra episode drop each week. I'll be answering all your questions. Just leave me a voice message con todas tus preguntas y yo te las voy a contestar personalmente. All you have to do is go to speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast and record your questions. I can't wait to hear from you. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.